and welcome to Secret Dealers, the show where you can turn your treasured possessions into serious money when the secret dealers pay you a house call.
Oh, what have we got? My goodness.
Our 3 secret antique dealers have been invited to spend an hour in 2 homes to inspect and put a price on anything and everything they want to buy.
Gosh, it's fun rummaging through other people's houses, isn't it?
They can go anywhere and bid on anything.
Yikes.
The dealers are competing against each other for the best items.
Finding lots of goodies.
Go out of my domain.
I got thrown out of the bedroom just now.
Oh, did you?
When all the bids are in, our homeowners return. Welcome back, both.
Hello. Very much.
They find out which of their precious belongings the dealers want to buy.
Isn't that lovely quality?
Got to have that.
Then it's up to the homeowners to decide exactly what they want to keep
No, not persuaded, I'm afraid.
and what they want to sell.
Is that a sale?
That is a sale.
And I'll be on hand to look after the homeowners' interests. So how much money will they make today? And what will the dealers be walking away with? Our first property is a very normal-looking suburban semi on the outskirts of Birmingham. The moment you step through the door, you're confronted with a feast of delights of every shape and size. The house is owned by Susan, a part-time nurse.
What's where Mum and Dad used to have?
But some of the items in the house are owned by her sister Janet and her brother John.
I'm just thinking of a week that you need. This is a horrible cup of tea, if you don't mind me saying. Just as well it's coffee then, Janet, isn't it? My house is a very mixed match from different eras. Edwardian, Art Deco, with a little bit of 60s thrown in. You know, it'd be so nice to say just one thing, but no, I collect everything.
She certainly does have an eclectic mix in the house. But amongst these car boot finds are some very interesting heirlooms, such as these miniatures of great uncles and aunties that belong to her sister Janet.
All these miniatures are from the family. If I do get a cash offer for it, it's going to be difficult to sell because it means a lot to me.
An item which has great sentimental value for John is this late 19th century cupboard, which belonged to his great-grandfather.
I know it sounds a bit daft actually having an attachment to a cupboard, but it's always been there in the background, and knowing that it's actually been passed down through probably someone that's famous through the mails and ended up somehow in my hands. If I did sell the cabinet, I'd spend it on maybe a little plaque where my mother's ashes were scattered.
How much would you actually like to get rid of? Because it is pretty full in there, isn't it? I would actually like to get rid of all of it.
All of it?
Every single thing in the house.
So how do you feel, Janet and John? There are some of your things in there, aren't there? How do you feel about selling them?
I don't actually mind because I've actually cleared out my mother's mum and dad's house and actually brought all the junk to Susan's. So my house is quite clear.
I was talking to my daughter, and to be honest, she said if anything happened to me, she'd just skip the lot. So, I know. So I thought, well, no, get rid of it, hopefully get some benefit from it, redecorate, and do something nice. Well, the dealers are going to be arriving any minute, so it's time to hand over the keys, please. And we'll see you in about an hour. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Looking around the house, I think the dealers could do with the better part of a day. But they've only got 1 hour to place their bids. So it's time for David, Brenda and Alison to get to work. Hello. Hello, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Well, all I'm going to tell you about this house is that we want a real clear out today. But you've only got an hour.
Okay.
So here's the keys.
Lovely.
And go and get stuck in.
Right.
Come on, then.
What have we got?
Right, well, I'm hogging the upstairs.
Oh, well,
I'll
typical
leave
of
the rest
you. Typical of you.
Incredible.
While David admires the decor, Alison admires some jewellery in the bedroom.
Okay, so what do we got here?
Little ruby and diamond 5-stone B Victorian, no hallmark, but it will be 18 karat gold. And that's just a shell cameo, but it's not gold. Then we've got, those would be 1940s little fake crystal. Right, I'm going to leave the bid for the lot.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Brenda's going absolutely berserk in the kitchen.
They'll think I'm mad bidding on that.
Firing off bids left, right and centre for just about everything in sight.
Do you know about feeling this? Oh. There we go.
Let's hope the kitchen sink is well bolted to the floor. In the lounge, the miniatures that are dear to Janet's heart have caught David's eye.
Oh, nice collection of miniature silhouettes. Let's look at these. They look like... Yeah, these are Victorian or even Regency. Silhouettes are basically just a silhouette of a person creating a portrait and cut out on paper. Some are very detailed. I think I might make an offer for those.
Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, Brenda is looking at some very different wall hangings.
Advertising signs and metal signs go for quite a little bit of money in good condition. I'm going to put a bid on those 3 signs. Just.
I think I'll make an offer for this sort of Royal Ducks looking thing, even though it is damaged. There we go. Let's have a good look round.
Wow, that's Brenda and David really firing off the bids.
That looks like an oval.
Come on, Alison, what have you found?
I am tempted in a way to leave a bid because I reckon I could make money on them.
Oh, saucy.
Come on, Alison. You've had your time.
No, go. No,
had your
honestly,
time.
you cannot, David. I
only got
can't
an hour.
help it. I cannot help it. This is my field.
There's a lot
There
to
are
see
things in
downstairs.
here. Well, obviously not, because you finished, so I can't really go with that.
Oh dear, I can't get in.
I'm trying to do the best for my lady of the house.
Oh dear. What with Alison hogging the bedroom and Brenda hogging the kitchen? I think I need to give David a helping hand with a bit of inside information. Now, there's a relation of the family who worked at the Minton factory. He was an artist and a sculptor there. And they think he may have carved this cabinet, and his initials are down here. And this, they think, may have been carved for the Great Exhibition.
Well, that's all very interesting, because it is beautifully carved.
Just have a little
Do you think I ought to make a bid for it?
Just have a little think.
I think I might make a bid for it on the strength of that. Thank you, Kate.
Right, well, I'm here, David, and you're not finished, are you?
No, I'm very busy.
Sue and her family are hoping to make some money by selling some of their precious belongings. They've given the keys to their family home to our 3 antique dealers, who have just 1 hour to make secret bids on all of the items they want to buy. And with only a few minutes left, there's no room for error. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Downstairs, there's competition on Janet's cherished silhouettes. Let's hope Brenda's not holding back. She's got to beat David's bid.
Brenda, I don't like missing out on anything.
And that's not the only item to get a lot of interest. Alison has spotted the beloved cabinet. That's bid number 2 for the item. And with Brenda never the one to miss out...
At least I'm being decent and not hiding my bid. What cheeks they are.
The cabinet scores a hat-trick of bids. Now look at what I've just spotted. This is a 19th century continental porcelain vase with goat's heads as the handles and hand-painted with flowers and birds on the reverse. I'm expecting some strong bids on this vase once the dealers spot it. Back in the sitting room, David has spotted some late 19th century Art Nouveau Lurtz glass.
What I will make an offer for is this little piece of glass. I think it's probably Lurtz.
The bids for Sue's items are certainly mounting up.
Gonna run upstairs.
And I think that's me done in here.
Oh, hot and bothered.
Well, this is an interesting shelf, isn't it? Right, I'm going to just do an overall bid for the contents of that shelf.
What's this? I love the colour. Wouldn't they be lovely if they were a pair? Quite like that. That's definitely going to have an offer. They should accept that. Good offer.
If it's by a factory called Lowitz, that's quite desirable. I rather like it, and so does our David. I'm going to try and give Mr. Ford a run for his money on it.
Wasn't I going to leave a bid on something at the last minute? Where was it? OK, I've got to put a bid on this quickly.
Time's up! Time's up!
No, you've got to be joking. I need to bid on something. Can't I cheat?
You've had an hour.
Yeah, but they were hogging everything.
Come on, I'm opening
When
the
I
door.
first saw the house, I thought we'd be out of here in half an hour, but there was a lot to see, wasn't there?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, an hour's never gone so quickly.
In the last hour, our dealers have rummaged through every room in Sue's house. But she has no idea what has been bid on or how much money she could be walking away with. It's time to reveal all.
So do you want to have a look, Janet?
No, give it to Susan.
Give it to me. Oh, look at this.
Oh, it's starting to rain.
Oh, they bought the house? Oh my God.
See, I told you, didn't I say, Sue? I did say.
How much is it, Sue? I can't speak. £2,553.
And the 3's mine.
No, they put the decimal place in the wrong place. It's £25.
No, it's 25,000.
No,
Oh, Sue. See, there you go.
Back the van up.
Before she has a clear out, she has to decide exactly what she does want to sell and what things she wants to keep. Well, the dealers have been poking around in your treasures. We've got quite a bit of jewellery in here, Sue. Who does this belong to?
Oh, God. That belonged to my grandmother. That belonged to my mother. And that was the very first engagement ring I ever had.
Oh, that's very pretty. Lovely.
So that needs to go.
Right. And in here, what have we got in here?
That's Janet's.
Ah, this is yours, Janet.
This is mine, yes.
Where did this come from?
Well, just after Mum died, I saw this and Susan said Mum would want you to have it.
Well, David has left you a bid, and this is for the jewellery in the box, but it's also for your bracelet, Janet.
I see.
David has bid you 155.
No, I don't think so.
That's
either.
quite emphatic, no.
No, bless him, no.
Oh.
Do you want to see what Alison thinks?
Yes, can do.
Well, Alison has bid you just for this box, so not your bracelet, Janet.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, so just your jewellery, Sue. Alison has bid you £230.
That's better. Oh, good.
A smile.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's okay. That's lovely.
What about your grandmother's pieces?
Nobody wants them. I mean, I have worn the cameo a few times, but no, not anymore.
No. And bye to the diamond ring?
Oh, good God, yes. Along with the husband.
As for David's offer, what can I say? How tight can you be?
I was locked out of the bedroom. She slammed the door in my face. I actually went in there. I had about 5 minutes to scrummage around that room.
It's hard luck for David, but the competition is only going to get tougher, as next up is John's 19th century wall cupboard, which all 3 dealers are after. But with such strong family ties to the item, will any of the bids match up to John's expectation? Now, this looks like a really high Victorian piece of furniture, doesn't it, with the carving? But I'm really intrigued by these initials down here. Now, tell me about these.
Well, apparently that was my great-grandfather's. He actually built it by hand, and it's just been in the family for ages, really.
Oh, so that's a tricky one then, Jonathan. So it's come all the way down the male line to you.
Yeah.
Well, this is David's bid. And he has bid you £200.
No, not excited about that one at all.
I mean, I'd like to keep it for that.
Should we see what Alison thinks? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Alison has bid you £150.
Bless.
Oh.
No.
A definite no sale then.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Well, Brenda has bid you £308.
Okay. Still not excited about that, but thank you for the offers, yeah.
So that's a definite no sale.
Definitely no.
Well, I think there's a lot of memories wrapped up in that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite glad we're keeping it, really.
Yeah.
I'll get all emotional.
Yeah.
Although an independent valuation puts this cupboard at £200 on the open market, I'm not sure John would have parted with it for any amount.
bad news that the family are keeping it, because I really like that. It would have gone superbly, not in my shop, but in my home.
So the cupboard is staying. And Sue's also found there's some things money can't buy. Turning down David's bid of £130 for her costume jewellery. And keeping the kitchen stool, which Brenda tried to nab for a measly £5. And what about that collection of blue and white Cornish ware? Well, Sue turned down Brenda's offer of £200 because it would have left her without a plate in the house.
It's quite an eyeful, isn't it?
It is.
Where did you get it from?
I went to an antique market and saw it. I thought, just got to have it. And I've loved it, but it doesn't really go with everything now. And I asked my daughter if she'd like it, and she was horrified.
So David has left you a bid here.
Is he?
David has left you £160.
Right. That's nice.
What did you pay for it, Sue, all that time ago?
I think it was more than 160, but as I say, you know, antiques are not fetching what they did, but that's a really good bid.
Well, our independent valuer thinks it's a good bid too, because he's actually estimated it on the open market at between £80 to £120.
Really?
So in view of that, David's bid is pretty strong, isn't
I'd
it?
say so, yeah.
So do you think that's a sale?
I think it would be, but I think I might like to look at the yellow one.
Should we see what Brenda thinks? I'll put you out of your misery.
Oh, come on,
Brenda.
Come on, Brenda.
Bid you £225.
That's brilliant. Yes, that's definitely a sale.
Excellent.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, yes. Nice.
£225 is yours. That's great news for Sue, and Brenda's chuffed too.
Really pleased got Samson vase, because anything to do with goats, rams, anything, because I used to keep goats, and I collect Sitzendorf and Meissen, and I do have Samson copies of things, so I'm really, really pleased about that. So that's going into my collection.
Next up, it's those special Victorian silhouettes that belong to Janet, and they've been in the family a long time.
So how do you feel about somebody leaving a bid on these?
I don't mind, actually. My kids don't want them anymore, and it seems a shame, but doesn't mean anything to them.
Should we see what the bids are?
Yeah.
Well, Brenda
Is the
bid. Brenda's yellow, and she's bid for all 5. Okay, so she's given you a lump sum here, £110.
Right. Fine. That's fine, Kate, yes.
Is that a sale? At 110?
I don't know yet. We'll have a look at the other one.
Well, this is David who's left you this bid. And David says for all 5, 145.
Fine. That's fine. I think so, do you?
I think so too.
Yes.
So final answer? Is that a sale?
They've got to go.
Got to go?
Sorry, folks. Yeah.
145 is yours.
Right.
They're quite desirable. I've got clients for them, so that's good news.
Janet got a great price for her miniatures, and Sue also sold the advertising memorabilia on her kitchen shelves to Alison for £45.
Yes. It's got to go. Let it go. Yes.
The Art Nouveau Lurtz vase also to Alison for £80. And the 19th century Royal Duck centrepiece to Brenda for £200.
£200?
I love Brenda.
The secret dealers made 27 bids on the precious belongings in Sue's house. Some objects were easy to sell, but others they couldn't bear to part with. So how much cash have they made? It's time to find out.
So have you any idea how much money you might have made today?
No, I've been trying to add it up, but I didn't get very far because I kept thinking, because I'm not. No, I got a bit confused, so no, I don't.
No? What do you think?
I don't know.
I have no idea, but I think it's all Sue's, so she's going to be very popular.
Not all, Suze. No, not all, no.
Well, you have made, in 1 hour, Sue, £1,530.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Have a look. Now hold it. 1,530. Oh, Kate, that's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
Next, we're off to Worcestershire and a remote house in the middle of the countryside, owned by retired couple Sarah and Jeremy. Sarah has a fine eye for craftsmanship, and their large home is filled with trinkets and treasures, many of which are also family heirlooms. In the hallway is Sarah's collection of ivory ornaments, and there's one 19th century piece she's particularly attached to.
It belonged to a member of the family a long time ago, and it was used for stamps on letters or envelopes, parcels. I think I would be hoping to get 100 for it on the day. It's worth a lot and it's excellent craftsmanship and very pretty as well. And I think it would honour anybody's ivory collection.
Our wily couple know exactly how much they want for their belongings, including this charm bracelet, which Jeremy bought Sarah as a gift.
We went to a Sunday market in Ludlow and rummaging around in one of the boxes that you get under these stands, I found this. I said to the chap, how much do you want for this? And I think I'm right in saying that he said £20, so I had it. And all the links of the chain and the ornaments are all hallmarked. Anyway, I think for a sensible price, Sarah would be willing to let it go.
Yes.
Is that right? Although I gave it to you.
Although you gave it to me, yes, that is true.
Yep.
But there again, it's cleaning again.
So if we can raise you a little bit of money, what do you think you might spend it on?
We've got two very old-fashioned bathrooms in that house that Sarah would very much like us to update.
It would complete the house then, I think.
Well, it's time to hand over the keys, please.
This is very trusting. Yes, there you go.
Thank you very much. Well, I'll see you in about an hour.
Okay.
Rightio.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think the dealers are going to have a field day. Let's get them in. Hi, guys.
Hi, Kate. Hello.
Well, all I'm going to tell you about this house is that you're going to need a full hour.
Oh, we better get moving
Sounds
then.
exciting.
Okay.
Go and get stuck in.
Right, let's go.
Right.
I'm going to
Wow.
go upstairs, so...
I'll take the dining room.
All right. Nice house.
Just seeing if it's got a secret drawer.
Very comfortable.
What a great house this is. I really love this house.
Straight away, David is drawn to a watercolour in the dining room.
Oh, that's lovely. It's by an artist called Sylvester Stannard, who is a really good 19th century Victorian watercolourist. Oh, I think that's delightful. I wonder if they'll sell that to me if I make a bold and brave offer.
Well, I hope David's offer is bold, because not only does this painting hold sentimental value, handed down from Sarah's grandfather, but it's also one of the most valuable items in the house.
I hope they sell that to me.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Alison has found something that has tickled her fancy.
All sorts of bits, some modern. In fact, quite a lot modern. A few hat pins. They're quite sweet. It all looks to be costume jewellery. So, there's a little bit of Whitby jet, but they're all bits and pieces. But the box is very nice. I think we should be leaving a bid for that, because I think the coral necklace is worth a bid. And the box itself is pretty as a picture, isn't it? So let's go for that.
So Alison and David have got their marker pens out. Come on, Brenda, you need to catch up or miss out. Oh, hang on, she spotted Sarah's ivory seal.
That's really nice. This is a seal. When you had your letters and you put your wax on to seal them, and then you would press this on with your initials on to actually seal it. Oh, that's quite a nice one. It's in lovely condition. So I'll leave a little bit on that. I think they'll be happy with that.
I saw these. This is a fantastic set of Le Blonde prints. Late 19th century, early 20th, well, late 19th century. They're always ovals like this. They've been quite nicely reframed. I think they're absolutely lovely.
It's got all these little ivory knobs on it. That's worth a little bit of money.
I think I'll leave a bid on the flask.
On the landing upstairs, Brenda has spotted a 19th century lady's travelling box hiding under a table.
That's nice rosewood. So let's have a little go on that.
And another little sticky.
They're not the only ones with a good eye. Look what I found. It's a lovely pierced dish, but just look at the detail on it. You've got pierced rim here and these lovely little leaf-shaped feet. Now, the hallmark shows you clearly that it dates from 1911, and I think this was probably used as a centrepiece in a dining table. So keep an eye on this piece and let's see what the dealers think of it. Well, that's if our dealers can make it through the door.
Mr. Ford, is this room free?
Not yet, Alison. I'll be a little while in here.
You going to be long in there, Mrs?
I'm hurrying. I am hurrying, Mrs. Haller.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have a think.
But nothing stops the bids from raining down.
There we are. We'll have a go at that.
Nice chess pieces like those. And in the dome case. I'm going to go for those because chess pieces sell for good money.
No, let's hope we buy it.
Oh, that's a nice little silver dish.
Ah, David has spotted that silver dish I told you about. I wonder if he'll leave a bid.
Isn't that lovely quality? Quite weighty, probably about 24 ounces, something like that. Not terribly old, but it's lovely. That piercing is so nice, and it's got these lovely little feet. Isn't that gorgeous quality? Can't quite make a maker's name. I would think it's probably about 1930, something like that. I've got my little silver book with me, but I do like it.
And Alison is not far behind David.
That's really nice. And he's been here again.
I knew that silver dish would get our dealers' competitive juices flowing.
Gotta have that.
Nothing makes them want to bid more than when they see a rival dealer has been there before them.
Oh, it's lovely. I like it. And so does Brenda.
I see I'm competing for that. I wonder if I bid more than Alison. We shall see.
And it's not only Alison David has to compete with. He's also spotted the ivories that Brenda has already bid on.
Isn't that lovely? Look at that little thing. Covered in all these little things, goblets, cups, and this barley twist. It's most beautifully carved. Isn't that lovely? All out of carved ivory. And the seal, that's nice. Beautifully carved in ivory. Look at that lovely, fine floral carving. Like that. I wonder if I could put those together as a little lot.
David has decided to make a bid for 3 of the ivory items.
Perhaps I'll put it like that.
And with Alison also taking a punt, the ivories have got a clean sweep of the dealer's bids. Remember that bracelet that Jeremy bought for Sarah? Well, Brenda has just spotted it.
Nice silver charm bracelet, not terribly in fashion. From the 1960s, 70s by the look of it, maybe a little bit later, but it's obviously just been cleaned. This is good, just my sort of thing. So, charm bracelet. Okay, let's put that in there. And they don't really know whether it's the enamelled or the charm. Let's be a bit sneaky today.
I like your style, Brenda.
Side veneers.
Looks like Alison likes the style of this little table too.
I'm going to leave a bid on it. Hang on a minute. The leg is off. Oh, I'm not leaving a bid on that.
A close call for Alison. And with just a few minutes to go, let's hope no one makes a rash decision.
I'll go for it. I haven't got time to really mess about now. I haven't got much time now.
Didn't do this bedroom.
Doesn't time flash by when you're having fun?
Time's up!
Time's up, everybody!
Okay, done.
Well, the dealers haven't held back. There's been a bidding frenzy. And now it's time to let the family know what's on the table. Well, in this envelope, I have written the total sum of all the highest bids left by our dealers. So in short, this is the amount of money you could walk away with today if you accept all those highest offers.
So it's really getting exciting now.
Do you want to have a look?
Yeah, why
Yes.
not? Right. Well, here you go, dear.
Dum, dum, dum. Good heavens.
5,746. Be very nice, thank you. Yes, we'll take that.
Well, before you get too excited, now you've got to decide exactly what you want to keep, but also what you might want to sell.
Right.
Okay, let's go
Should we
for
go
it.
and have a look?
Yes, do let's. It's exciting, isn't it?
It's a lot of money, but how much will this canny couple be willing to sell? Is it a special piece for you?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it is. It came from Sarah's family, and I think we'd say we've always loved it.
Should we have a look at Brenda's bid?
Yes.
Brenda has bid you £198.
No.
Sorry, it's a joke to us there. No way.
That is
no way.
No way.
Well, you seem absolutely positive about that.
Oh,
we'll
very,
forget that
very,
one then.
Yes.
David has bid you 260.
That's a little more sensible.
better.
Yes. Yes.
How do you feel about that, Sarah?
Well, it's less insulting than the first one. Let's put it that way. But no, I wouldn't accept it.
Well, Alison has bid you £298.
They're all in the same ballpark.
They're all the same
but,
ballpark, aren't they? Yes.
No, not persuaded, I'm
No.
afraid.
No.
That's a definite no, isn't it?
I think the beauty of it outranks the worth of it, maybe.
Well, that's
And
very
we
interesting.
rather have the beauty of it.
They're right, its open market value is £150 to £200, but it's worth much more to Sarah and Jeremy.
No, not persuaded, I'm
No.
afraid.
Sarah and Jeremy know what they want, and the dealers might have their work cut out. Well, all the dealers pored over your dresser for quite some time, and they all homed in on these lovely pieces of ivory. Brenda has left you a bid. For all 4 pieces, Brenda has bid you £108.
Yes,
What do you think?
I think we love them.
We do. Yes.
Okay, so Brenda's bid you for all 4, but David and Alison have only bid you for these 3 pieces.
Right.
Okay. Alison says 165
All right.
for 3 pieces.
Right.
Would you sell them for that?
I think it's doubtful. They've chosen the pieces we like.
Well, let's see if David can change your
Yes,
mind.
that's it.
Yes.
David has bid you for all 3 pieces 175.
Yeah. If you'd said some fantastic sort of money, you know, I'm
Then
sure we'd have said
we
yes.
would have
but
gone, "Phew."
you know, it's not enough
not
money to
what
let
we
the
want.
world on
No.
fire, is it?
Final answer?
Final answer.
No sale.
No,
No
sale.
sale.
It's not going well so far for our dealers. Sarah and Jeremy also turned down offers on the 19th century chess set. And despite David making a top market price offer for that Sylvester Stannard watercolour he loved, £700.
Thank you, David, but no thank you, David.
Sarah and Jeremy couldn't bear to part with it. And the same goes for the silver-mounted hip flask. Well, that's a no sale.
Again. I'm
Sorry, you're not doing very well out of us at the moment.
At this rate, the dealers are going to be walking away empty-handed, and so will Sarah and Jeremy. Let's see if Sarah's charm bracelet, which was a gift from Jeremy, will tempt them to make a sale. Well, the dealers have spied your little charm bracelet, Sarah.
Yes.
Perhaps I'll tell you what our independent valuer thinks first, because
Yes.
he says in today's market, that's worth roughly £40 to £50.
It's a sign of the times, I suppose.
Do you want to see the bid?
Yeah, go on.
Go on then.
Well, Alison has given you a very funny bid, in fact. She's bid you £28.50.
Perhaps she was trying to tempt us. Nope.
Let's hope that Brenda's done a bit better then. Brenda has bid you 85.
I think that's a lot better, but I gave it to Sarah. It's entirely up to her.
I love it very dearly, but for £85. No deal.
No deal?
No deal.
No sale?
I think not.
No, that's the final offer.
It's very,
A
very
lot more
close.
than our independent valuer thinks.
Yes, that's true.
Final answer?
I'll sell it, actually. Well, I don't think I will wear it much more. I shall always remember it. So, yes.
We can always go and see what else we can find.
Yes,
85.
exactly. We'll sell it.
Well, an amazing last-minute change of heart from Sarah has finally opened the floodgates, and they started to sell all sorts of things. The miniature bureau with ivory knobs was sold to David for £115. The ladies' vanity box was sold to Brenda for £168. And the 7 Le Blonde prints were sold to David for £325.
We should be leaving a bit for...
Now, remember that walnut box with the costume jewellery? Well, all 3 dealers put in a bid. But will any of them be going home with it? Well, I love the walnut grain in this 19th century box. It's super, isn't it?
Yes.
Is this a family piece?
Yes. Yes, it's a family piece going back again on my side.
Well, not only does it look lovely, but it also looks as if it's very useful. And the dealers have spotted that. And they've left you a bid for the box and the contents.
Oh, and
And the contents.
Alison has bid you 98.
I'll listen to the other bids, I think.
Brenda has bid you, remember it's the box and the contents, 118.
That's a little more like it. That's more sensible.
Is that a sale?
I'll listen to the last bid. I'll give everyone a fair chance, I think.
Well, David is last but not least. And David, who has a good eye for walnut boxes, has bid you £260.
And David can have it.
Is that a sale?
That is a sale.
I did make a perhaps slightly over-generous bid, thinking about it. But on the other hand, it's a nice box, and I'm sure I can move it on.
And suddenly, Sarah and Jeremy are the couple who love to say yes. They end up parting with nearly half the items that were bid on, including 11 Chinese plates to David for £245, a silver basket to Alison for £140, and an original 1920s watercolour, also to David, for £190. After the dealers' bids were made, Sarah and Jeremy had the chance to walk away with nearly £6,000 towards 2 new bathrooms. However, parting with precious heirlooms wasn't easy. How much money do you think you have made here today? Any ideas? Have you been adding it up?
No, I've never been good at that.
No, I haven't. But having said that, just thinking quickly, it's going to be somewhere between 500 and 1,000, I think.
Okay.
Yes,
What do you think,
I
Sarah?
I'd probably agree with that. But
About right?
in that ballpark, yes.
Jeremy normally good at figures.
Yes, he's better than me.
Really?
Yes.
You have made today £2,172.
Good
How nice.
heavens.
How nice.
That's
You
wonderful.
available for dinner tonight?
I'd love to.
Yeah, very good.
That's
I'm very
excellent.
surprised. Very
Wonderful.
surprised. Yeah.
Yes, that's very good. That'll go a long way towards a new bathroom. Very nicely, thank you.
Sarah and Jeremy sold nearly half the items the dealers left bids on and made a lot of money. Our 2 families today were offered over £8,000 for some of their possessions, but they also turned down nearly £5,000 in order to keep some of their more treasured heirlooms. So how well have our dealers done?
Well, this is an interesting shelf, isn't it?
Alison sold the advertising paraphernalia for £65. Brenda has taken the 10 best charms from Sarah's bracelet and intends to sell each one for £15.
I think they're absolutely lovely.
And David sold the Le Blonde prints for £400. As for our families, Sarah and Jeremy are busy picking a colour scheme for their new bathrooms. And Sue has taken her daughter and 3 grandchildren on a family holiday to Egypt. Well, there have been a lot of surprises on today's show. Join us next time on Secret Dealers.